Hey everyone, TenZ from Cloud9 here, and today I'm going to be showing you how to play Viper on Bind. Come on, Dad! Dad. So when I'm playing Viper on Bind, I like to play towards A because she's able to send a wall towards hookah B and long B, and also play A at the same time and toss like snakebites to the portal. So the first thing I normally do is I'll come over here into this corner. If you see this little corner right here on the teleporter, just aim a poison orb right here. So this smoke right here, there you go, lands like that on short, creating a little easy one way for you. And if you play anywhere back here and back here, the enemies will not be able to see you. So what a one way is it's a smoke that's deployed that you can't see an enemy and the enemies can see you. So if you see right there, I couldn't see anything behind sight or anything, but I can see all their legs from back here, here, close up, even in heaven you can see their legs. And the reason why this smoke is so good is because this smoke helps you hold A and also helps you retake A. Because if they plant the bomb on A short side and go play a post plant on this side, you can actually just like redeploy the smoke in a retake and hold it, and it'll still be a one way for you. And they won't be able to like shoot the bomb and see it. So that's the first poison orb I'll do. The other thing I'll do towards A is I'll stand right here. I'll line up this window like to the right with my crosshair, and this like bar, I make it disappear and I throw a wall like this. And this wall sends a wall towards B that you can deploy for hookah and long B. Maybe you want to see how it looks. It's like this. And so when you're playing A, whenever your team needs help at B, you can instantly deploy the wall from across the map. As a Viper player, you want to make sure that you're communicating a lot, because if you don't communicate properly, and for instance you just put up your wall at B without your teammates asking for you to, or without you telling your teammates you're going to put up the wall, there's a chance that you could actually get them killed. So one of the reasons why Viper is so strong at A is she's able to deploy her smoke across the map towards B and help B while staying on A, and she can also deploy a smoke right here to help herself. And like a third thing to add on top of that, if there's people coming hookah, you can just toss a poison through the portal and it'll land in hookah. One other lineup I do at A, but I do this less frequently than the short one, is you line up on this box right here, you aim at the top of the shower right here, you right click a smoke, you know, land on top of here and create a shower one way. It shouldn't be used as more frequently than the short one though. It does shut down the showers angle, which is really strong, but most of the time enemies are coming up short, and it's just a lot better for having this smoke in the post plant. If I were to play Viper at B, the first thing I would do is smoke right here, and then I'd get a wall for probably that cuts off like this. I would throw. And what's really strong about this smoke right here is you're able to play to the right of the site and peek garden and hold it. You can hold hookah from this angle. If they get one kill and then you fall, you can land inside the smoke. You can go back in, or you can go inside the tube and you can just kind of weasel your way through. This smoke can help you kind of weasel onto the right, and so the enemies won't really know if you're on the right or not. You just deploy it every so often when you feel like they could be walking up. And sometimes you could be sitting right here, sometimes you could be sitting like to the right of the smoke, or you could just be holding this angle normally. So Viper's ult is very situational. You want to have it to deny control of an area. So what you could actually do is you can use your one-way orb right here and poison hookah and stuff. And then just place an ult on site right here. And you can send 3 towards B instead of having 2 at B. Because this smoke right here and like having one-ways and stuff and using all your utility properly, it really deters enemies from kind of entering your smoke because they don't know where you could be. I like to sit inside the smoke and hold angles, and then sometimes occasionally if I know it's safe, I'll peek behind the smoke like really slowly and try to get a pick, and then go back in my smoke to keep it up. When I'm attacking on bind, I like to default towards the middle / short A area. And what I'll normally do is at the start of the round, I'll wall like this, and I'll go to this box right here. And if you see like this leaf, I aim to the left of this leaf into the middle of this, so it connects like that. And then I throw my smoke. What this does is it creates a wall of smoke right here, and it also puts a heaven smoke. So when both the smokes are up together, it cuts off this angle, cuts off heaven. The only angles you have to worry about are U-haul and this angle. Most of the time, I'll be working up really slow, and if I know for a fact the enemy won't be here, I won't really use my snake bite for it, but I'll walk up like this. And then as soon as I'm going to start clearing, I'll snake bite like this, put up my wall, and walk up like this, and then challenge this angle. And with this, you can kind of sit right here and wait for them to regress. You can try to push into back hole and take control and just get an off angle. Or like another thing you can do is you can just kind of, like you can go through your smoke too and like go for a pick or go around your smoke. One shower port.
One U-haul, one U-haul.
Oh, I'm gonna die to this.
When you're playing Viper, you don't want to be aggressive every round and you don't want to be passive every round. You want to mix it up, and so you really want to have your enemies guessing on what you're going to do, and so you never want them to predict what you're going to be doing. So if you've been like running up this area all the time and doing this, then the enemies will catch on and they'll probably counter strike you. But you can even just be back here and put up your wall and like snake bite like this and just like walk away towards B if your team's grouping B. You just want to like mix it up every so often. Another smoke you can do is you just go up from this ledge, go up forward a bit, aim at this arrow, and jump throw. And this will throw a heaven smoke. One Marshall. I smoked heaven.
He's playing top shot.
You could cycle up your nades every round, and as I said before, if you want to head showers or something, you can do these nades instead and walk out like this and clear angles. And you can even walk up behind this smoke and try to get a kill right here. Towards B, there's really nothing I normally do with Viper. You can like throw a snake bite to help your team in fair corners, but most of the time I really won't send my, like I won't play Viper towards B. I'll mainly go towards A just because you can constantly pressure this area, and what you want to do is you want to keep the anchors here, and so they don't rotate to B if your team's making away to B. Or you're trying to look for a pick. Like two things you can do. That's why most of the time while these smokes are up, I like to play around them and try to look for picks. Just so maybe at B someone will rotate towards A and then B's weak and maybe my team will go in. So I'd say Viper is more of like a lurk character, and you don't want to entry really hard with her. Most of the time you want to lurk. And the really good thing about Viper and keeping her alive is that you're able to just cycle your smokes constantly.
Welcome to my world.
So a really easy ultimate for attacking side with Viper is you come right here, you stand on top of this drain, and you aim your ultimate to the left right here. And what this does is it ults like this, which lets you clear out these corners right here. Right? And you can also walk into pocket like this. And so you can hold pocket, you can peek out and like try to get pick. The good thing about Viper's ultimate is you're able to see enemies. You can see their outlines as they're walking into your smoke. And it's a little bit hard for enemies to see you, and you can play inside of it or you can go outside of it. If you get a kill, you can walk outside the smoke, wrap around another angle, and go back in the smoke from another angle, and the enemies will try to find you. But as long as you kind of play smart and keep them guessing on where you are, you'll most likely outplay the enemies. So, as a quick summary, playing Viper towards A on Bind is the most effective, and you're able to help both B and A at the same time, as well as send snakebites to the portal to help Hookah. On attacking side, you mainly want to default short A/mid, and just kind of keep the enemies here and make sure they don't rotate or try to get a pick. Alright, that is my basic Viper guide on binds. I hope you all learned something and there's something new that you can just try out in your next matches. So thank you everyone for watching and make sure you subscribe.